Hey everybody, BadServo here. So today I wanted to talk about a phenomenon that I'm going to call magic movie moments. Now, a magic movie moment is when you find yourself in some situation that just fits too perfectly. That just, even though it's impromptu, it feels scripted, like, you know, you're acting out a scene. I've had a couple of these over the years, and I always find them very interesting. And I'll give you two sort of amusing anecdotes. Well, one amusing, one kind of pitiful and sad. But, anyway, so some years ago, shortly after I had moved to Athens, Georgia, I got a job at this place that you know, like did market research and stuff, you know, like, hey, how do you feel about your Home Depot installation, and aren't fucking Cheerios the best or whatever? And there was a girl that worked there who, I'll be honest, left the company shortly after, and we were never super good friends, so I do not remember her name. But she frequently needed a ride home, so occasionally I would give her a lift as I was leaving the office. And one night she said, I'm going to have some friends over later. We're having kind of a little party for a buddy of mine who's, going to be going out of town and for a long time, and we're having a little going-away soiree, so you should come down. So myself and another gentleman that I was friends with at this company went after work down to her apartment. And it was really cool. It was a fun little gathering. A lot of kind of weird, eclectic people. You ever find themselves where you times where you find yourself in a social situation that you're a little out of your zone because you don't really know the area, you don't really know any of the people, so you don't have any established anchor to the room socially. But it's kind of exciting because you don't really know where you stand with everyone. Like, every interaction is kind of like a mini adventure. So I had that going on, and a lot of weird kind of people. But what I found was that there was this one girl, beautiful, like drop-dead gorgeous girl that I was introduced to, and she's Russian. So she had this just amazing accent. Like, I am a sucker for an accent, but this is the accent that you just like melt on the spot. It was beautiful. So we're chatting, and she's really cool, and we're all having fun. And during the course of the evening, everyone's drinking and having a good time. And at one point, some of the gals are chatting about it. Like, oh yeah, I do yoga. Oh, you too. Oh yeah, yoga's the best. And oh, I love this shit. And so the host is like, oh, if you like yoga, I just bought this great tape. It's this great yoga workout tape. You should check it out. So she puts in this yoga workout video. And, so everyone's watching it, and the video is fucking hilarious. Like, I wish I had a copy of this video, because it would have everyone, doing these yoga positions. And this really, like, mellow, kind of like the female Ben Stein is narrating the positions, and she'd like to say the name of the position, but it would be like, be the cat, be mysterious, be the dog, be loyal. And it was just really off-putting everything, but the chicks are loving this. And so they get on the floor and start to perform yoga. And so this, Russian bombshell is on the ground, like, sort of stretching and splaying out before me. I don't know if you've ever seen, what's the movie, Entrapment, with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and, she's like, her ass is sort of bobbing up and down amongst the laser detection field, because they're breaking into a museum or some shit, I don't remember. But, yeah, it was that kind of thing, so I'm just like... And while this is happening, another group of people are off in the kitchen where there's a small stereo playing like 80s music. So I'm sitting there, and this yoga thing is going on before me, and I start to hear that, oh god, who did the song? It's that old kind of 80s tune that they used in all these movies where it's like, oh yeah, bow bow doo 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 ass bow 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 doo 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 arched back. And I'm just like, this is awesome. This is right out of, every cheesy man on the quest to get laid movie you ever saw in the like mid-'80s. So I thought that was kind of a funny little movie moment. As an aside to that, as the night progressed and I continued to get drunker, Russian Hottie Extreme is like, come, you should do yoga with us. You come to the floor and do yoga. And I'm like, oh my God, I just, I don't really do yoga. I don't think that's a good idea. And let me assure you, I was not quite as plentiful in form then as I am now. I was a little more svelte, so it's not preposterous me doing yoga then. But so I'm like, I don't really do it, but you're hot and I'm drunk, and guess what? Bad Servo does yoga. And I have to advise you that if you've never done yoga, don't do like anything advanced right out of the gate, especially while intoxicated and dehydrated, because the following morning I heard in places that you would need 3 mirrors to see. It was not a fun day for Ray. So that's a movie moment. Another example, even further back, like more years ago, I was involved with this girl. Involved is an understatement. We dated for a number of years and in fact were engaged at the time that this took place. So we were living together and things had gotten a little rocky and a little weird, and we were fighting a lot, and we had this mutual friend that she had met through me that began to hang around a lot, and I kind of got this weird vibe that she was kind of into him, and maybe things were going on behind the scenes or something, and I got to get progressively more edgy and uncomfortable. And to be blunt, the only thing that saved this guy from getting his head caved in like a cantaloupe was like everybody that I knew that knew him was like, that's crazy, he would never do that, you're being ridiculous, oh Ray, you're so paranoid. But at any rate, so that relationship ended really, really badly, like epically badly. But before it did, we had this kind of fight, and she had mentioned earlier in the day before we got into it that she was going to go and hang out with one of her girlfriends that we knew, who lived in town, because we were kind of in the suburbs. And they were going to have a girls' night out and kind of hang out, and she was going to crash there and see me in the morning. So, we got into it that night, and she kind of left in a huff, and she's like, she's expecting me, I have to go, so she left. And, I don't know, I kept drinking and, kind of getting more agitated and more upset, and, like I say, a lot of things had been building for a while, so it was kind of fucked up. And I had called the girl's house to ask my fiancé a question about something around the house. Like, I can't remember what it was, I couldn't find something, whatever. And she's like, I called and I was like, yeah, can I, talk to her? And she's like, oh, yeah, actually she ran to the store to get something or whatever, but, I'll tell her you called or whatever. I'm like, okay. And that kind of ate at me a little bit. So, the night progresses on, and I get it in my head, I'm like, I bet she's not at that girl's house. And you know where this is going. Eventually I said, you know what, the hell with it. She had the car, so I leave on foot to go see her. And just, I like to think I'm paranoid, and I just want to convince myself that I'm being paranoid and there's nothing to be concerned about. So I start walking, and like I say, we live out, so I am walking for miles and miles and miles, like into Statesboro proper, kind of intoxicated. It's early, like I leave at like 5-something in the morning, so the sun's coming up, and I feel like crap. But, I get in there, and I don't know the area real well, especially on foot, because I'm trying to like save time and cut down weird roads and everything. But I know that if I can get to, this one Waffle House that's on the corner near where this guy lived, that I can easily get to his apartment. So, I'm trying to get there, and I'm trying to get there like quick, to kind of, just because I want to get this over with. So I'm like really booking it, and I think I'm kind of lost. So as I'm going down this one road, I see this group of like construction guys like gearing up for the day. They're like hanging around a pickup truck and chatting before the day's work. So I go, hey, guys, I'm trying to get to the, the Waffle House at this intersection, and hey, I'm a little backwards. Can you guys help me out? And they're like, yeah, go straight down there. Everything's cool, man. Just right down there. And that's all I said. I just said, I'm trying to find this place, and I got to meet someone there. Can they help me out? And they're like, yeah, go down here a mile, take a left, cameras, whatever. So I'm like, thanks, and I start booking it. I'm running away down the road in the direction. And one of the guys calls out, he's like, don't worry, man. She'll wait for you if it's meant to be. I didn't say anything to these guys. They were just like, she'll wait for you, buddy. And at the time, I was caught up in a whole world of other torments in my head, so I didn't really think about it. But afterwards, sometime later, I was like, wow, what a perfect movie moment. Like the guy running through the city looking for the girl, and the construction guy, completely unrelated to anything, with no information, is like, just can tell, I guess, from my body language or whatever, like, oh, there's a girl problem in here. Commenting that, I'm like, that is right out of a fucking John Hughes movie. Like, you can almost hear like a, some kind of Talking Heads or Tears for Fears tune playing while, drunk white guys booking it to the cheers of the crowd at the construction site. So I thought that was kind of a cool movie moment. Like I say, much later. At the time, not so cool. That story doesn't end well. But so there, those are two examples I can think of off the cuff of kind of cool movie moments. So my question to you is, is this unique to me? Do you guys find these sort of weird glitch in the matrix, like, whoa, that's a very kind of right out of a film type moment? So if you have any interesting movie moments, please shoot me a video response or a comment down here, and let me know about it. I'd be kind of interested to see what other moments people have encountered. And if you thought this, like I say, a bit of observation or armchair philosophy was interesting, also please comment, let me know, and I'll certainly do more videos of this type. In the meantime, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you online.